Hey everybody, and welcome back to Critical Crafting. This is Dylan, your crafting DM here. I wanted to talk with you guys today about something that I think is really exciting. So a lot of people know you can go to Goodwill or the dollar store to find some really inexpensive stuff for your crafts, but what a lot of people don't think about is going to garage sales to find things for crafting. So I'm going to walk you guys through today some tips and tricks that will help you get the most out of going garage selling, looking for crafting items, as well as some of the stuff that I have built with the stuff I found at garage sales. So without further ado, let's get crafting. So I decided to challenge myself to try and find something at a garage sale and transform it into something else. This video is going to be a little different than my normal tutorial setup. This is more of a pro tip style video. So be sure when you're going garage selling to bring cash. Nobody is going to accept credit card, and most things are going to cost between 25 cents and a couple dollars. These are all the things this year that I found for crafting tabletop, either creatures or terrain, and throughout the video I'm going to show you some of the stuff that you can do or that I plan on doing with these items. And this is the pile of all the stuff we found at garage sales this year. Alright, so we are going on our garage sailing adventure today. Gonna find some really cool stuff that we can use in some of our crafts. Let's go! So we want to give you guys the genuine garage sale experience. So my wife Sarah is filming, my mom and dad, who are the expert garage sailors, are in the front, and then we're just gonna kind of go through what a normal garage sale looks like.
And we're gonna just scout it out all the way down. We're gonna take a look where we going. Alright, we got one back there. We got not much there, but maybe we'll stop. So it made us want to go up there.
But they didn't have anything good.
And way overpriced.
It's all the way out of the garage, and looks like a multiple variety. That's what we like.
There are also a lot of people who like to have some fun with their advertising for their garage sales. There's going to be a ton to look through, especially if you go to an association or an estate sale, and it can be a little bit overwhelming if you're looking for not only crafting stuff, but stuff for your house or whatever. But I'm going to walk you through a few things here that will help you to try and find specifically things that are going to help you with crafting, and you can keep an eye out for them.
We've got a little undead in there. There's all kinds of animals you can use as statues or for actual animals and to repaint them, as topiary gardens, and 50 cents for all this. $3. Oh, sometimes though, you don't find much in the free box. It's not all victory all the time.
I just found this free dino toy. Turn this into a sculpture, maybe one of the topiary garden pieces. So I went ahead and separated the items that I found in a 25 and 50 cent bag while garage sailing into these different groups. The group on the bottom is all things that I can pretty much throw into my game with some paint and put a base on it, and it's ready to go. It's the right scale. You know, we got this elephant here. Maybe it's a little baby elephant that I can throw into my game and just, you know, run around with that. I've got some rats, giant rats I can put in there. Got some giant spiders, and all I have to do is repaint these, and I can throw them right into my game. This undead guy is awesome. I'm so excited about this. I'm just going to base him and throw this undead Triceratops on my party. Then the items on top, this is all stuff I'd use for statues. They're either not the right scale, too static, too cartoony, but I can still use them as something either that is a treasure or a ruined statue in a temple, or still, you know, something that's useful. And the stuff on the right over here, this is trash. It's important to remember that even massive toys can be converted into some really cool looking statues or things you can throw into your game. Even these dinosaurs with the T-Rex being massive, I still think I can use this to create a zombie T-Rex for my game that will be huge and intimidating. And even these big dinosaurs, maybe they're pushing the huge scale, but I think we can make something like that work. Toys are honestly some of the best things you can be on the lookout for at garage sales. So many of them can be used as either, you know, scatter or statues or actual creatures for your game, and people are just dying to get rid of them. As their kids outgrow these, they're just trying to sell them as, you know, inexpensive as possible. So you can pick these things up really inexpensively and convert them into something for your game.
A lot of people actually convert these into different D&D castles, like repaint them and that kind of a deal, which I haven't done a lot of, but you can do it.
So this is another thing you find a lot is like different floral arrangements which you can use to make some of your different scatter for forests and jungles and that kind of a thing. So not only did I find that bowl full of some of that mossy stuff, but I also found this entire bag for 50 cents, which to me is just insane when you go to Hobby Lobby, and this stuff is so much more expensive than that. I use this in my jungle terrain. I use it to create some mossy effects, some really cool scatter. A lot of people have fake plants they like to sell in their garage sales, or fake arrangements of flowers and ferns and this sort of a thing. And those can be really useful for creating some of the scatter in your forests, or some different plants to stick into your cities, or maybe a noble's house, or your jungle, or whatever. And even though that fake fern was really big, the tips make an awesome giant fern for my jungle campaign. It's important to think about scale when you're looking at buying some of these fake floral arrangements and whatnot, but most of the time I find you can make some pretty cool stuff that looks great on the table, even if it's a little big. You'll also find a lot of aquariums filled with old aquarium plants and that sort of thing, and most of the time you can get people to sell them to you for like 10 cents or something. Those make awesome scatter. And there's even people that sell some of the small trees and stuff from different railroad things that they make. So it's always important to be on the lookout for something that you can drop into your game. But one of the fun things about garage sales is you can often find really nice stuff for your house, or, you know, hardware stuff.
Oh my gosh! Look at that!
So this shows you some of the fun things you can find at garage sales. You don't need to bring a knife to a gunfight. You can bring both, a gun and a knife. You can find a lot of inexpensive jewelry at garage sales, and this is something to look out for because most of the time you can get it pretty inexpensive, 25 cents, 50 cents, and you can use it to make different treasure scatter, which is really nice. So they're pretty easy to kind of pry apart, and you can just take them, and some of them are larger jewels, but they look really nice once you add them in with some other stuff. Another thing to be on the lookout for is tools. I found this massive soldering gun which I can use to carve through foam, and I found a lot of other different tools at garage sales you can use. Plus paints. Tons of people are throwing out their old paint or selling their old paint from their house or whatever. What is this?
Video.
It's all about the
Lunch break. Got to keep up your energy. Do a lot of walking.
With celery,
It's all
very
because-
high in our energy.
I'm probably using more energy eating this than I am gaining from it.
Yep.
Wayne,
I have to maintain my
he looks
crafted
good.
figure. So one of the main rules of garage selling, if you see cute kids with a stand, you have to buy something from them. Let's get my wife one too. So there's another 50 cents for you.
Thank you so
Thank you very
much.
You're welcome.
Some other things to be on the lookout for are weird knickknacks. Tons of people have these things that you kind of go, what in the world, where is this from, why do you even have it? But it can make some really cool things for your game, as either maybe a totem sitting somewhere, or you can turn a lot of these into statues. Sometimes you'll find things like aquarium scatter, or things that people put in their aquariums, and you know they're throwing the fish tank away or whatever. You can get those really inexpensively, repaint them, and while a lot of those are very aquatic in nature, sometimes they have skulls or gravestones or something that you can repurpose for your game. So while this isn't a tutorial video, I couldn't help but share really quick what I did with this Fisher Price structure. So I put some foam on there, cut it up, carved that down, then went ahead and kept carving, gouged some things out, went ahead and painted it up with a black bombing like we usually do. Then did the dry brushing on top of that once that was done. After that, we're painting up all of the little spaces with greenery that we're dressing up with moss, painting over that with some more stuff, and done. I was really excited to take on this challenge. This kind of wraps up our video here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. And now I want to extend this challenge out to the rest of the crafting community. I have a Facebook page where you can go ahead and share the things that you craft using garage sale items. And I'm really looking forward to seeing all of the awesome things you guys make. Till next time, this is Critical Crafting.